What if the very air you breathe, the water you drink, the food you eat, are all part of an invisible conspiracy, subtly eroding your internal defenses, turning your body into a silent, ticking biohazard, and there's one tiny, overlooked vegetable that holds a dark secret to dismantling the entire operation. Have you ever truly considered the unseen warfare waged within your own bloodstream, the molecular assassins that lurk in every shadow of your daily life, silently orchestrating your demise from within? We're talking about a clandestine culinary creation, a vegetable that looks like it belongs in a secret government lab, emerging from the shadows to disrupt the toxic status quo, the kale sprout, or as it's more cryptically known, the Kalette. This isn't just another green on your plate, it's a meticulously engineered hybrid, a genetic whisper forged from the robust resilience of kale and the compact potency of Brussels sprouts, a true botanical anomaly designed to slip past your unsuspecting senses. Why isn't every health guru screaming its name from the rooftops? Because true power, the kind that could fundamentally shift the balance of your internal chemistry, is often kept quiet, shrouded in a veil of manufactured indifference. Imagine a world where everyone truly understood how to fortify their own flesh against the constant onslaught of industrial byproducts, environmental pollutants, and the insidious microtoxins that leach from our synthetic surroundings. This little sprout represents a quiet rebellion, a concentrated dose of cellular rebellion against the slow decay that society has somehow normalized, a covert operative in the war for your internal purity. It's the botanical equivalent of a whistleblower, exposing the chemical corruption festering in the very core of your being, offering an unexpected lifeline to those brave enough to look beyond the ordinary and embrace the extraordinary, the almost alien intelligence locked within its crinkled leaves. Now, let's talk about the real payload, the hidden intelligence embedded within these leafy soldiers, glucosinolates. These aren't just fancy chemical names, they're molecular keys designed to unlock your body's most ancient defense systems, triggering a cascade of enzymatic activity that transforms inert, insidious poisons into harmless, excretable matter. Think of them as tiny, highly specialized commandos, seeking out the rogue elements within your cells, binding to them with an almost predatory precision, and dragging them kicking and screaming towards the exit. They don't just neutralize toxins, they dissect them, dismantle their molecular structure, rendering them impotent before they can weave their damaging narratives into your very DNA. Did you know, the very chemicals that give these plants their distinct, slightly bitter taste are an ancient evolutionary defense mechanism, designed to repel predators, yet they paradoxically supercharge our internal detoxification pathways, turning a defense mechanism into a weapon for our benefit? This process is more than mere detoxification, it's cellular reconstruction, actively protecting your genetic blueprint from the daily barrage of mutagens, shielding your most sacred code from corruption, like an unseen guardian constantly patrolling the deepest chambers of your being. Furthermore, these potent compounds act as silent regulators, subtly whispering instructions to your hormonal symphony, ensuring that the delicate balance of your internal messengers isn't thrown into disarray by the pervasive estrogen mimickers lurking in plastics and personal care products, effectively pushing back against the chemical tide attempting to hijack your biological directives. This is about reclaiming sovereignty over your own body, one glucosinolate-fueled cellular victory at a time, ensuring that the secret language of your cells remains uncorrupted. But the clandestine arsenal doesn't end there. These compact powerhouses are also brimming with an astonishing density of vitamin C and vitamin K, not just ordinary vitamins, but supercharged versions, synergistically amplified by their unique hybrid genetics. Vitamin C, the renowned antioxidant, isn't just about fending off the common cold. In this potent form, it acts like a molecular SWAT team, sweeping through your bloodstream, neutralizing free radicals that gnaw at your cells like microscopic piranhas, leaving a trail of cellular debris in their wake. It's the ultimate cellular shield, preventing oxidative stress from scarring your internal landscapes and prematurely aging your very essence, ensuring that your skin, the outermost sentinel of your inner health, remains clear, vibrant, and free from the telltale blotches of systemic distress. Even more chilling, vitamin K, often overshadowed, plays a clandestine role in controlling calcium distribution, subtly guiding it away from soft tissues where it could harden and calcify, acting as an unseen architect of your arterial future and ensuring the fluidity of your circulatory network remains uncompromised by rogue mineral deposits. Imagine the internal landscape of your liver, the body's master filtration system, often besieged by an endless stream of chemical pollutants, alcohol metabolites, and metabolic waste products. These colettes arrive like elite medical personnel, bolstering the liver's capacity to process and eliminate these insidious invaders, reducing inflammation and preventing the sluggish accumulation of toxins that can lead to a dull complexion and a general feeling of internal malaise. They are actively reinforcing the very filter that keeps your blood pure, working tirelessly to scrub out the invisible grime that builds up over years of exposure, unveiling a hidden radiance that stems from deep within. The implications of this tiny, unassuming vegetable are truly staggering when you consider the pervasive, insidious nature of modern toxins. We're talking about microplastics infiltrating your gut from bottled water, heavy metals leaching from the air you breathe in urban landscapes, persistent organic pollutants clinging to your fat cells from processed foods, even the insidious chemical residues from your clothing and furniture constantly off-gassing into your personal space. These aren't abstract threats, they are microscopic invaders, constantly bombarding your system, attempting to rewrite your cellular instructions, clouding your mind, and dimming your vitality. The Kalette stands as a solitary beacon in this polluted storm, offering a concentrated counteragent, a biological antidote to the environmental poison. The very act of cross-pollination to create these little wonders, a process once considered an arcane art, involves the deliberate merging of two distinct genetic lineages, resulting in a chromosomal tango that scientists still don't fully understand in its long-term epigenetic implications for our own biology, hinting at an almost unnatural potency. This isn't just natural selection at play, it's a deliberate, almost Frankensteinian fusion, yielding a vegetable whose genetic makeup has been specifically optimized to wage war on the unseen filth within us. It's a secret weapon against the slow, silent poisoning that we've all been subjected to, an internal insurgency against the chemical chaos that threatens to engulf us from every direction, revealing just how deeply entrenched the systemic contamination truly is, and how revolutionary a simple vegetable can be. Now, brace yourself, because this is where the curtain truly gets pulled back on the unsettling reality of what's happening inside you, and what these colettes are really doing. Imagine, deep within your liver, microscopic factories are churning, battling against an unseen tide of molecular sludge, plasticizers from your water bottle, pesticides from your fresh produce, heavy metals from the very air, synthetic hormones from countless consumer products, all clinging to your cells like parasitic barnacles, slowly suffocating them, turning them sluggish and ineffective. When you consume these colettes, their potent glucosinolates, once activated by the chewing, transform into even more aggressive compounds called isothiocyanates, and these aren't gentle cleansers, they are biological wrecking balls. Picture them as tiny, ravenous scavengers, infiltrating the darkest, most stagnant corners of your tissues, seeking out the accumulated gunk, the putrid residues of years of toxic exposure. They latch onto these molecular abominations, these congealed clots of metabolic waste and environmental pollutants, and then, with an almost sickening molecular violence, they begin to tear them apart. Visualize a sticky, viscous, almost tar-like substance, coating your cellular machinery, gumming up the works, making everything heavy and slow. The Kalette compounds, with their razor-sharp enzymatic edges, start to cut through this grime, dissolving the bonds that hold these toxic masses together, breaking them down into smaller, more manageable, but no less disgusting, components. This isn't a gentle detox, it's an internal purge, a visceral expulsion. Your body, now armed with these chemical soldiers, is forced to confront the accumulated filth directly, transforming it into a bile-colored, foul-smelling liquid waste that must then be shunted through your excretory organs. Think about the strain on your kidneys, working overtime, filtering this noxious brew. Consider your intestines, now carrying this liquefied sludge, pushing it forward, a putrid river of your own internal decay, finally destined for expulsion. And when it's gone, sometimes leaving behind a lingering, almost metallic aftertaste in your mouth, or a noticeable shift in the odor of your waste, that's not just you going to the bathroom, that's the physical, undeniable evidence of your body forcibly ejecting the silent horrors that had taken root, the proof that something deeply disturbing has been flushed out from the very core of your being, a truly disgusting but utterly necessary purification. It's the internal equivalent of power washing a septic tank that's been neglected for decades, revealing the true depth of the unseen filth that had accumulated within. So, knowing what truly lurks beneath your skin, what secret internal battle wages without your knowledge, what dark sludge accumulates, coating your organs like engine grease, silently eroding your vitality and clouding your mind, will you still choose to remain oblivious, or will you dare to pull back the curtain on your own internal horror show and give it the only weapon it truly understands? The truth is, your body is a walking biohazard, and these sprouts are the only janitors willing to get their hands dirty.